All right.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Third Life. Today, we're going to do a really fun episode, and an episode that we've been interested in doing since we started talking about doing the podcast, which is going to be a 10 games to get to know me list. Today is going to be Colin. We're going to do 10 games to get to know Colin. But before we get started,
guys don't know me
because we don't know you at all. But I am actually very interested in your list. I don't know your list, but from the things you've been alluding to, I'm sure there's a bunch of games that I'm not even familiar with that are on your list.
We'll see.
Yeah,
I think it's unlikely. But we'll see.
Okay.
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of games from your childhood that
that maybe we haven't talked about or I'm unaware of.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, how has y'all's weekend been?
Good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Got a good amount of sleep last night, unlike you, Nate, unfortunately.
Why do you think I have to drink energy drinks? Because see, before I started drinking energy drinks, I just would be tired all the time, and then I was like,
that's I
fair.
do.
Yeah.
I'm just tired all the time. I've been thinking I should probably someone at work commented on oh, you don't really drink caffeine, do you? I was like, no, I just didn't really grow up drinking a lot of caffeine.
Yeah.
But the last few weeks I've been getting home from work and been dead tired. And so I've been thinking maybe I need to drink more caffeine.
So
that is, as I understand it, the doctor approved way to handle fatigue.
I thought about it this morning. I was like, I don't need to fix my sleep schedule. I just need caffeine.
Yeah.
But similar to you, I didn't grow up drinking caffeine, and then in the last couple of years, I have started drinking caffeine, and now I don't know if I would say I can't go without it, but I would be at work legitimately in the afternoon falling asleep while I was working. And in my new role, that's a little bit easier because I'm in meetings all the time.
Yeah.
But there are
I feel like that makes it worse.
No, because
been in a meeting.
Most of the time when I'm in meetings, I am heavily engaged in the meeting. But there are definitely times when I'm not as engaged and I do get tired. And since I have started drinking caffeine, that has lessened.
Yeah.
So, doctor approved way to fix my sleep problems. I just drink more caffeine.
Yeah. Yeah. I see when you said meetings makes it better, I was thinking about how when I was onboarding to this job that I have now, I was sitting in meetings all day and I was dead tired and I was like, I'm going to fall asleep. They're talking about health insurance and I've actually already handled my health insurance elections and all that crap, so I was passing out.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Drink of choice, Nate?
I had one this morning, the Bloom energy drinks.
Never heard of them.
Today's we wish we were sponsored by Bloom Energy
Drinks. Love Bloom energy drinks.
For Nate's health, for his job.
Yes.
Please sponsor us.
Please sponsor us.
9.5 out of 10 doctors approve.
Also, I'm just a big Mountain Dew person.
Nice.
We had dinner the other day and went to Little Caesars purely because they have a new Little Caesars only Mountain Dew.
Really?
Whoa.
It's called Mango Rush, and it's actually very, very good.
Wow.
So if I need a heavy hit of caffeine, then I will do the Bloom energy drinks. If I just want something to drink and need a little bit of kick, I'll do Mountain Dew just because they have less caffeine.
Okay,
Yeah.
A Mango Rush Mountain Dew sounds...
It does sound really good.
It is really good.
Yeah.
But also because I'm trying to watch my weight, I try to get Mountain Dew Zeros, and they don't have Mango Rush and Zero quite yet.
Oh.
So
Rats.
I sacrificed, because they're tall boys too. They're big 16-ounce cans instead of 12-ounce cans.
Yeah.
And so 200 calories from that sucker.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Yeah. But that's a bit of my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
I'm glad you got good sleep though.
No,
Spencer.
finally. It seems like I'm always waking up early, and finally I got to sleep in a little bit.
Nice.
So, yeah,
Nice.
it was great.
Colin.
No, I said I've been sleeping well.
No, but how was your
How's your
weekend?
weekend?
How was your weekend?
No, my weekend was good. We went on a hike with Dipper yesterday. He did great. We might be going on another hike with a friend today. So just kind of,
Does she have a dog?
chill.
The friend?
No,
Okay.
no. It would. I don't actually know if we're gonna bring Dipper. He's such a good boy, and he's a little reactive sometimes. So it's not it's nothing that we can't handle. It's just a little bit more to think about.
Yeah.
So
No, for sure. The same thing with Moose, where most of the time Moose is a good puppy. you get those times though where for whatever reason he decides he's gonna
And he's
fly
a
off the
big
handle.
dog.
And he's a big boy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Dipper doesn't weigh as much as him. He's not as he doesn't look as big as Moose, but
He's less fluffy.
yeah, but he's as tall, if not a little bit taller than a Moose.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're both big boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had two, I wouldn't say cooking scares this weekend, but I had two
scares?
two cooking incidents, I guess I'll say.
Wow.
Yesterday was making some chicken on the smoker, and I really, really like my smoker.
Such a white dude in your 30s.
Hey, I turned 30, and what did I do? I got into smoking, and I got into podcasts.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's not much else I could do to become whiter.
Yeah.
I could golf a lot more, but that's just too much money.
We
Yeah.
should all golf as we brainstorm podcast ideas and stuff. Make us even more of a business.
I'm really bad at golfing.
That's
well,
okay.
Write it
We
off.
can go to Top Golf.
Yeah.
I'm also really yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So I was smoking chicken, and the only problem with the smoker is that you can't get the temperature up super high.
Mhm.
And so my plan was I would cook the chicken almost all the way through. Then I turned the temperature up to about 400, 425 just to try to get it a nice, not crisp, but like a nice texture on the outside.
Yeah.
And before I know it, smoker's on fire.
Oh.
And
Isn't that what they're supposed to do?
No, they're smokers. They're not firers. And it actually got a little bit out of control where flame was coming out the grease spout.
Jeez.
And I had to
Whoa.
open it up, get the chicken off of the grill as fast as I could, and just let it flame out.
Was the chicken okay?
Chicken ended up being fine,
Okay,
thank
cool.
goodness.
Nice charbroiled chicken.
Luckily, no, there was not the char flavor, which was what I
Oh,
was
okay,
afraid of.
cool.
But I do think it ruined my probe. So I
No.
might
Oh,
have to get a new
no.
probe, yeah, because
Oh,
the
those are
temperature
not
got up too
cheap.
high.
Yeah.
So what? The grease from the chicken?
So,
Sure.
from my understanding, because I did some research on it afterwards, like the grease can catch fire, or or it can be the pellet dust. But I did recently clean my grill, so I was frustrated that happened because it's like generally the fires aren't supposed to happen unless you haven't cleaned your grill in a while, and I did clean it like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So
Wow.
that was really annoying.
Classic fires always popping up where they're not supposed to.
Hey, if I knew when a fire was going to happen, much better.
Yeah.
That'd be
Then
very
this
nice.
morning I was making buttermilk syrup for the French toast casserole, and in also buttermilk syrup classic fashion, it's starting to boil. You're supposed to put baking soda in, put the baking soda in, and before you know it, overflowed
Oh.
all over my kitchen stove. So that was unfortunate cooking things for Nate this weekend.
Oh man, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll get over it. What are you doing with Memorial Day? The hike,
Yes.
Spencer?
Shame to say it, but
Shame to say it.
Shame to say
Shame
it.
to shit.
Nothing really. Chrissy's out of town, so just gonna be hanging out and
You get a podcast with the boys, dude.
get a podcast with the boys.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yep. This is my Memorial Day.
Not a bad way to
It's
spend
not
it.
a bad day.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, let's get into 10 games to get to know me. Colin,
To get to know me. Not
to
you.
get to know you.
Yeah.
Uh,
This episode is all about me.
it is.
I was afraid of how much am I gonna have to talk during? I can talk for a long time, for better or for worse. But
Same.
And we're here to
just-
listen.
Yeah, you guys have to kind of. I'll shut up now.
No.
No, that was the point. Is I don't want to be talking too much, and now I'm making myself talk too much. So I'm gonna carry on.
Well, you're about to talk a lot more.
Yeah.
But before that, Spencer and I have known you for a long time.
Yep.
We talked about games for a long time. I think there are some games that I would be really shocked if they weren't on your list.
Absolutely.
I think we're going to go Outer Wilds is
Yeah.
the first one I would say. Then I would say there has to be some kind of Zelda game on there. Mario Kart.
Yeah. Yeah. You already said Legend of Zelda, Outer Wilds, Super Smash
Which
Brothers.
Zelda game.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know which
Ooh.
Zelda game, but Smash Bros is
Smash
a great call.
Bros. Nintendo's been huge. Pokemon, obviously.
There's going to be a Pokemon.
Yeah. Oh, Legend of Zelda. I almost want to say Ocarina of Time or Wind Waker.
I
Maybe
was going to
that's-
say Wind Waker.
But then Breath of the Wild was so good that
do you think he has two?
I wouldn't. I don't think he would. I think he's got so many games that it would be too much to put 2 Legend of Zelda games on there.
Okay. Too much to take up
Yeah,
2 slots.
right.
Okay. All right.
Where did you get that thought by the fact that I said I had 30 games left on the bubble
Yeah,
that didn't make it in?
absolutely.
You know how
I'm
they
sure
have the
one was
first,
close.
the last 4 in, first 4 out for the NCAA tournament. Colin has the first 30 in, last 30 out.
Yeah.
Colin, what guidelines did you use to make your list?
I was trying to go with games that have had an impact on me or are just games that I think so games that have had like an impact on me personally, games that if I were to explain to you why I like those games, it would tell you a lot about what I enjoy and what I like value.
Okay. So you didn't do like your favorite 10 games.
No, I didn't. I mean, it overlaps a lot,
Sure.
probably. I think there's more nostalgia involved in some of the 10 games to know me than there is top 10 games.
Sure.
And yeah, also just like how much I've played the game, how long I could talk about the game, because I didn't want to put a game on here that I would have, But really it has more to do, I think, with its impact on me.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that makes sense.
I'm wondering if there's any. Maybe Super Smash Bros. Is not going to be on there.
I'd be shocked if it's not. Like freshman year with Colin, like
Yeah.
Smash Bros was a huge deal. And it was a huge deal for our whole apartment, but I'd be really surprised if Smash Bros.
I knowing that you're such a story-driven guy that like I can see a lot of this list being games that like impacted you, like you're saying. And Smash Bros is so like shallow, but I guess-
Shallow?
shallow.
Shallow?
You're going to offend a lot of people.
Yeah.
By saying that.
All it is
The
is a
mechanics
game
go
of beating up
deeper
your
than
friends.
you can even imagine.
Oh my gosh. And see, one thing there is like I am not a fighting game person. I have never played Street Fighter, Tekken.
I mean,
Mortal
neither
Kombat.
am I. The extent is Smash.
Smash Bros. And that's
just
what I was
like,
going to say.
Just like Forza for me, like driving games, my extent is Mario Kart, and I've gone deep into Mario Kart,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I'm not a driving game person aside from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any last guesses before we get into it?
Do you guys need to like give? You guys need to have 10 that you're.
Do we need to
guessing.
have
Oh, do we
10?
have 10?
I don't know. Maybe you don't, but
Phew. So we said
So-
Outer Wilds for sure.
Outer Wilds for sure.
Breath or Legend of Zelda.
At least one Zelda. Mario Kart. Smash Bros.
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
you guys don't have to have 10. It's fine.
No, we started.
I think we could.
I think we can.
I'm-
Metroid game? Oh,
I don't think Metro.
what about like
well,
Elden Ring?
I would say maybe Elden Ring.
Hollow Knight.
I would say Hollow Knight. Does he have like Expedition 33?
Oh.
What
It's so
are
new.
the new games?
Oh,
Are
maybe
there new
Death
games?
Stranding. Do you think Death Stranding? I mean, he's got the album. He's got the CD.
I don't know if I would think it's that influential on him.
What about Star Wars, like Knights of the Old Republic or Battlefront?
I was gonna say Battlefront. maybe?
Battlefront 2, the like OG 2,
Yes,
right?
not the new
absolute-
2.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely not.
No, that's a good call out.
Animal Crossing,
That's
probably
a
not.
that's a Sarah game.
Animal
So-
Crossing is great though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Mine-
that is definitely a Sarah game.
Minecraft.
Minecraft, maybe.
No.
I don't think
I don't see
Minecraft, and
Colin.
I don't think any multiplayer game necessarily. Oh, how did we forget this? Helldivers.
Oh,
Helldivers
man,
2.
of course.
I think for sure.
Of
is on there.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 10.
That's 10.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's
Okay.
carry on.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can
Um,
remember those and see if we're off.
Yes. And before we get started, though, let's take a quick break.
That one wasn't as good.
That's okay.
That's
Welcome
right.
back. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to get into the 10 games to get to know Colin. First of all, I want to say, love your slideshow.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
The template that you got, the art that you're using here is a lot of fun. The colors are a lot of fun. Let's
what it's
get
all
going.
about.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at that picture of Colin.
Yeah.
That's a great picture.
That's
Is
the
that
youngest
pre?
picture I could find of myself.
How old were you?
I mean, I was probably like 23. It's just the only one that I have on the youngest one that I have
Oh.
on my phone.
Okay.
Is that you in China?
Yeah.
Oh, and there's
Okay.
Battlefront.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say
I was gonna say God of War.
I was either gonna guess China
just
or
forgot.
Hawaii,
Yeah.
but because that looks very similar to Vietnam, so I get the China connection there.
Yeah.
And he
Uh,
did put Expedition.
he did put
33.
Expedition 33, but we missed God of War,
Yeah,
which
that's
is we were talking about that
that
this
is a
morning,
shame.
and we didn't get it.
Yeah.
But honestly, we did.
You guys did
pretty
pretty
all
good.
right.
We did a pretty good job.
And
Yeah.
you picked Brawl.
Yeah.
That is a shocker.
Yeah.
I would have thought Melee, but no shame. I mean, I loved Brawl. That's what I kind of grew up with. but,
I didn't actually own Melee as a kid. I played it at my friend's place,
yeah.
but I did not get it on GameCube. So I got Brawl on the Wii.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
So, yeah, I think the only one we missed was God of War.
Yeah.
But I mean,
so.
we threw out more than 10 games in total.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, we did a pretty good job.
You got the wrong Zelda game.
I was gonna say that because
I can't
that's
tell which
looking
one-
like
which one is
Phantom
it?
That's
Hourglass.
Oracle of Seasons.
Oracle
Okay.
of Seasons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, which is what you showed me on your Game
Yep.
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, hey, and Death Stranding is on there. I have not so many questions, but I'm interested to see what you have to say about each of these.
Yeah.
good thing
I'm-
I made a slideshow with slides.
Slideshow with slides. All right, ready for the next slide?
Hit it.
All right. So is this in any particular order, or is this just?
I tried to keep it in an order that would pace well,
Okay, cool.
not necessarily a top to bottom order.
Yeah, that's
And
totally
not
fine.
chronological.
Yeah.
Like of when you played it.
Nope.
All right, run with it.
Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah.
So this is I brought this up during like the Forza review that we did. Mario Kart Double Dash is the OG Mario Kart for me because my first console, like not handheld console, was a GameCube. And I spent so many hours playing Double Dash with my sister and my dad and
Your
just
dad?
going around. Yeah, my dad
Cool.
played.
Did your dad play games with you?
No, actually, I was going to ask you the same thing because he kind of frowned upon games.
Yeah.
It was always a fight to get him to play anything with.
So, like, it was easiest to be able to get game time if we were playing something together.
Sure.
Yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
my
same thing
family
with
too.
Annie.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my dad, so funny story about that is like a vivid memory that I have was playing Double Dash on Wario Stadium and going through, oh no, it was the Waluigi, whatever that one's called, but going over the last jump and then like stopping at the finish line. Waiting for my dad because my dad was really far behind me.
Okay.
And then right before he crossed the finish line, I crossed
Dude,
the
I bet he
finish line.
killed you.
He was so
murdered you.
so mad at me.
Oh my god.
He was like, "Colin, you don't do that." I don't remember. He was not happy. And like
That's so funny.
like I remember times when my dad was mad and I was like I took it seriously. There's a lot of those times. I think that was one of the few times in my life where my dad was mad at me and I was like, eh.
It's a video game, Dad. Calm down.
Yeah, calm
Just a
down,
game,
Dad. It's
Dad.
just a game.
You could have been like, "Are you winning, Dad?"
Yeah.
Yo, winning,
he
Dad.
was not about the showboating for whatever reason. I don't know.
That's funny.
But I also mentioned during our last podcast I did like a Mario Kart tournament once at a
Yes, you
GameStop.
did. Yes, you did.
I spent so much time. I would do like time trials, and then I wouldn't do the time trial. I would just like go around and explore the map looking for shortcuts.
Wow.
So
So the time trial was just a vehicle for you to be able to get around the map.
I mean, I would also do time trials because but I would spend a lot of time practicing, not really like practicing doing the course perfect, but like exploring the course and seeing how or where I could find shortcuts.
Cool.
So your dad had a.
You guys
know,
are really
played-
hung up on my dad. Played
No,
games.
but no, I wanted to ask about your sister because
Yeah.
I mean you can only play with a few people. I mean you probably have
So
brought your
I-
friends over too, and you played, but like
Yeah, bold of you
they-
to assume I had friends.
no, I assume I know, but I just wondered like how you were able to play so much. I mean, you said you played the time trials by yourself, and
I mean, like
Did
I
your-
didn't have to play with my dad or my sister. Like,
Yeah.
I played a lot by myself.
oh, that's
but-
true. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was all over the place. My go-tos were I loved PD Piranha. I loved the
I
idea.
didn't know PD Piranha was a player.
Yeah. You had to unlock him and King Boo.
Yeah.
And so I used them, but I really loved, my sister and I would fight over Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. And one of the best things about Double Dash that I loved was that each character had a special
Yes.
that they could use. So Baby Mario and Baby Luigi had like the chain chomp, and the chain chomp would drag you around. Yoshi had some eggs. Bowser had like the big Bowser shell that he would throw.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised you picked Baby Mario, because you're always in first.
Because I'm always in first. Well, so you could
Don't need
also
the chain chomp.
I mean, I wasn't always in first, but also like you could use the chain chomp for shortcuts also.
Oh,
If you would go
Big shortcut guy.
Big shortcut guy.
So if you would start going over the grass or something, or you would go off of, one of my favorite ones was in Yoshi's Island.
The
The little tunnel after you come out of the big tunnel, if you go off the edge to the left, there's like another tunnel that you go through and you shoot out. The new Yoshi's Island ones don't have that shortcut, which I was super bummed about. But if you like start going off the edge and you turn on the chain chomp, then it'll like pull you through.
Get you through the shortcut.
Yeah.
Wow. Who would have thought?
Yep.
Only.
So, also, I think it's one of the best Rainbow Roads.
Yeah, love the Rainbow Road.
Yeah,
in this.
the Double Dash Rainbow Road is very good.
Yeah.
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 Can I ask why you put the DK Jungle?
Because that's one of my other GOAT
That's your
ones.
one of your favorites.
Yeah, because my other like favorite shortcut was it's kind of towards the end of the lap of DK Jungle, and you have that big, you come down the hill where there's those boulders
We
rolling
have the
down.
switchback.
You you have the switchback, and then like
Have
the
to avoid
big
the boulders.
switchback. And at this big switchback, if you just like take a hard right, you can cut off this whole part of the switchback.
Without a mushroom?
You don't necessarily you can do it without a mushroom. It's tougher without a mushroom, but you can do it without a mushroom if you get your drift just right.
Wow.
And you boost off, and you cut off. It's a huge shortcut.
You got it down to a science.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to ask one more thing.
Yeah.
I'll allow
Music. Do you have a favorite music from one of the levels? Because I do. I do like I think it's the Dino music.
Dino Jungle is great.
I love that.
Baby Park, I think, is classic. I'm pretty sure that this is the game that introduced Baby Park. And Baby Park is just, I love that.
The circle going round.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Awesome. Next slide.
Do it.
2018 over Ragnarok.
Yeah, I think
Not that I disagree with you necessarily.
it's
I'm
more
just
about
curious.
the impact. It's more about
Yeah.
I loved Ragnarok. The story of Ragnarok is great. God of War 2018 is more, I think, self-contained. And for me, the impact is more, this was one of the first games I played that I was like, wow, this is what a video game
This is a
is.
game.
This is a
Absolutely.
masterpiece. This game does everything. It has a really touching story.
Mm-hmm.
It has an amazing soundtrack. It looks beautiful. And the gameplay is a ton of fun. One of the photos I have here is and I think one of my only complaints is that I wish they had more of these kind of boss battles, but the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had these like the big dragon battle that happened, and I wish there were more of those like big
Set
larger
pieces.
than life set pieces.
Yeah.
But
Because that's kind of how the original God of War was.
yeah,
He always took down the biggest guy.
definitely yeah, for sure. Which I never played those, but for me the impact of this one I think is a lot more about just playing this game and being absolutely blown away by what someone could do with a video game.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I
The
think
single shot.
Yeah.
Really interesting stories. I think one of the most interesting things is like, and it makes sense now that the game has come out, but like taking Kratos from one mythology and just like
Yes.
transporting him
Putting
to
him
a
into
different
another.
one.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
that. I don't know. I would never have thought of that, but it's such a cool idea and introduces so many different dynamics you can
It's
think
so
about.
Yeah.
it opens that door. We're all excited about like, oh, it's gonna be Egyptian next, you know, and
Yeah.
how cool
Yeah.
that's gonna be,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
even Native American. I think it was on the table, right?
Yeah,
So-
I actually don't know too much
I
about
have no
what
idea
the
what they're
next
doing next,
core
but yeah,
Barlock game's gonna
but
be.
it is just kind of fun to think
Yeah.
about that kind of thing, and just the environment of Norse mythology.
Very cool.
It just fits so well. They did
It-
such an amazing job with this.
I don't know if this
Yeah.
has happened with you all, but it's interesting hearing or reading or seeing things with Norse mythology post God of War, where people talk
Yeah.
about Odin in a good light, and like,
Yeah.
I hate that guy. Hate that guy.
Sucks. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, just kind of interesting how that has changed the way that I see Norse
Yeah.
mythology.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. No, this game is a masterpiece. It is what Hollywood movies I think wish they could
Yep.
be a lot of times.
Sure.
There are I man, it just gets me, this game for whatever reason in particular gets me thinking about games as an art and as a storytelling medium that is just so unique, and a way that you can do that isn't possible in other mediums. So I am gonna have to just reference my notes because it's I've got better stuff here. But the story of Kratos learning to be a father
Yeah.
is really well done. There were times where I just hated Atreus because he's just like a stupid little boy.
Yeah.
But the way that they handle that, and that he grows and Kratos grows, is just really awesome storytelling. So I think that's one of the big things. You do cool stuff, you kill monsters with your axe, but the main moral of the game is to be better than you are.
Yeah.
The quote that Kratos tells Atreus is like, "We must be better," as they're talking about all of these things that the gods have done that are horrible, and how we can do anything because we're gods, which is what, like, one of the phases that Atreus goes through, and Kratos has to teach him, I've made that mistake, and we can't keep doing that. We can't perpetuate that cycle. And I love it. And so you get that cool story, and everything else about the game is so damn fun.
Yeah.
So
It's getting goosebumps when you're talking about it.
yeah, I know, right?
love
I
this
was giving
game.
myself goosebumps.
Be better.
Yeah.
Be better. So good.
Yeah.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep.
Frickin' love
A heavy line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So
and
powerful.
I think the last point is that this is also a story about grief, and Kratos grieving his wife, and
Yeah.
his son grieving his father, and them having to learn to connect in the wake of this grief is just, whoo. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
All right, next one.
Yeah, hit it.
Pokemon Ruby.
Very different kind of game.
Very
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, I checked last week because I found my Game Boy Advance SP and I popped Pokemon Ruby in there, and I think I have 230 hours in that game,
Holy
Wow.
cow.
which is I have played, that actually might be the most that I've ever put into any game. I don't think I've put
Wow.
that much into Helldivers. I might have put that much into Helldivers, but it's close.
Have you hit 200?
I have hit 200.
Okay.
But
It's
it's
gonna be
close.
close.
It's close.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I think that's especially crazy because this Pokemon Ruby is not Emerald. It's not the like Omega Ruby and Sapphire. It's not the Johto region where it takes you back to Kanto.
You have
and
the two regions.
Yeah, you have like 16 badges to get. This game is 8 badges. And it is one game. The fact that I spent all that time just exploring everything and trying to solve all the mysteries. I think one of the pictures that I didn't put in here was the Reggie trio.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rock
Yeah.
and ice.
Reg Ice, Registeel, Regirock.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the kind of like mystery around it where you have the braille and you have to like translate the braille to know the secret to opening up the cave where they are.
Yeah, never did any of that.
Yeah. I had a guide. So that's another thing that I miss about older
The
video
guides.
games. Is,
The
yeah.
guides.
physical
Yeah, the
guides.
physical guides.
Dude, we had a map for Wind Waker.
Yeah.
big,
A physical map.
yeah,
That's
big
cool.
4x 4 map that unfolded from the game.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
That's rad.
Yeah, for sure. So Blaziken is my dude. Rayquaza, I guess is how you're supposed to pronounce it.
I've heard
I
that, and
won't-
it's not. It'll always be Rayquaza.
Yeah. So, yeah, that I think was just, I loved this world. I loved my Pokemon team. I loved, I built the secret bases and everything.
What secret bases?
Yeah, there are secret bases in this game.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're blowing my mind right now.
Yeah. No, this game is awesome. I
Okay.
think it was really I think also the story of this game, that there was actually a somewhat compelling story. Pokemon Red and and Blue and Silver and Gold didn't have that compelling of a story.
Sure.
This was the first Pokemon game that I think had actually a decent story.
Instead of Team Rocket, you have the two teams that are like, we want the world to just be Earth. We want the world to just be water.
Which is stupid, but at the same time, there's stakes to it.
Sure.
Just as a side note, have you guys ever played Pokemon Black or White?
No.
I did not.
I have allegedly played them.
Allegedly.
And the story in that one is really good.
Okay. That's what I've heard.
If you want to play a Pokemon game that actually has a good story and kind of makes you feel things, I think that's the only one.
I prefer not to feel things.
Yeah, I know. I know you've been trying not to cry, trying to cry less.
I cry too much.
Year 30, Nate still hasn't cried.
Yeah.
Never
You're
cried in my
31.
life.
Yeah, still trying to squeeze a tear out of that guy. Maybe on the next punch we'll get one. Yeah,
Really quick with Ruby. Ruby is the one that I played.
yeah.
Funny story, when I was going to elementary school, there was another family in our neighborhood that we would carpool with.
Yeah.
And one day I couldn't find Pokemon Ruby anymore.
Oof.
And
I would be devastated.
One of the kids that we would carpool with was kind of a rascal,
He's-
kind of a hooligan.
Uh-oh.
And so I would be like, hey, did you take Pokemon Ruby? No, I didn't. I didn't take Pokemon Ruby. Okay. I don't know where it is. Literally for years didn't have Pokemon Ruby. And then one day we drop him off at school or at his house after school. We get back home, and I forget why, but I look in the back seat, and there's the Pokemon Ruby cartridge.
Oh,
And so,
my gosh.
he had stolen Pokemon Ruby from me, and then, I honestly don't remember how long it was gone, but then had just inconspicuously just dropped it off.
Presumably either felt bad or got caught by his parents or something.
Or he just finished
He
it.
finished the game and he's...
Years
I don't need
later.
this anymore.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
It's so funny.
But I also really, really liked Ruby. I obviously didn't play it to the extent that you did.
Yeah.
But Ruby was the last game in the series for me that I really, really connected with.
Yeah.
After that, it started to
Yeah,
fall
I
off
think
for me a little bit.
Diamond and Pearl were fine, and then I didn't play the games for a long time after that. I picked up Shield, and then Shield was fun. It was fun to get back into a Pokemon game, but they've made them a lot easier. I think it.
And
it
I
holds
hate
your
the new
game a
art
lot
style.
more.
The new art
Yeah,
style
the new
is
art style
really
isn't very good. We'll see how
boring.
Wind and Waves is, but
Hopeful for that one.
yeah.
I just really quick. I'm gonna catch
Quicker.
flag for this, but
Quicker.
I've never played any Pokemon games.
None.
None. I've been a huge Pokemon fan. I love the cards, but the
Sorry.
That's my mic.
Sorry.
but
That's
yeah,
a $20 mic you just bumped.
no, but never played the games.
Yeah.
And maybe what's the game Sarah is playing?
Pokopia.
Pokopia. Maybe Pokopia would be my entry. But,
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
that one looked really fun.
In about 500 hours, when Sarah's done with the
Yeah.
game, then you can borrow
Perfect.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And after we have our guest mic set up,
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah,
then we can
exactly.
have Sarah on for a review.
Oh yeah,
Let's
I
go.
can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next,
Hollow Knight.
I cheated.
Man,
here.
I can
I'm
see that.
seeing there's 2 games.
Yeah,
on there.
yeah,
That's
I
okay.
cheated here.
I'll let it slide.
They are Hollow Knight and Hollow Knight Silk Song are just so good.
They're so good.
I mean, yeah. So I finished this game. I remember vividly the feeling that I got when I finished this game was like, wow, that was so good. I have no idea what just happened.
No.
That was so good. Shout out, first of all, to Christopher Larkin's soundtrack
Oh,
score
yeah.
for
Yes.
this game.
Yes.
The music for both of these games, I listen to at work all of the time. they're just
I haven't played the game and I listened to the music.
yeah. Okay, you need to play this game.
Yeah, I do.
Spencer's
absolutely.
not good enough at games to play either.
okay.
What am I doing here?
The rest of this episode is
Wait,
me-
I can't just make cavalry to send off to the enemies?
Where's my mouse?
Wait, I have to fight the boss myself?
There's no castle building?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't castle drop the boss.
Oh my gosh.
Drop the boss.
Yeah. No, the rest of this episode is going to be me telling you need to play these games.
Yeah,
or else
yeah,
we're not
there's-
going to be friends anymore.
I know there's two of
So,
these games on this
yeah.
list that I absolutely need to
Yeah.
play.
So the art style is amazing. These games inspired so many indie games since.
Yeah.
They've inspired me to want to make a game. Now, granted, I haven't, but like
The inspiration's there,
But
though.
the inspiration is there,
Yeah.
and I really want to. The sort of, I mean, Sarah could talk better about probably the details of the art than I can. To me, it just looks really cool.
Yeah.
And the music is great. The combat is really smooth. They're really hard games. Silksong, did you finish Silksong?
No.
Dude, Silksong was so hard.
I'm
I did finally finish
I'm
it.
50 hours in, and I'm at the very end of Act 2.
Yeah.
And it's just the thing where there are things that I know I should do before I move on to Act 3, but they're too difficult for me to do right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the pictures that I have there is the Crystal Peak.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Green Path too, but Crystal Peak, there's like there's these tiny character moments. The characters are so memorable. Like I still think of the Papanada.
Papanada.
Yeah. That's the shopkeeper,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I think that all the time. In this area in Crystal Peak, there's the character Mila, I think. That I don't know if you remember this, but there's just like this really heartbreaking moment with her because there's this basically plague going around and like possessing these bugs, and you meet this bug and she's just there kind of doing her thing, and then you come back and she has been like possessed by this plague and you have to like kill her because she's attacking you, and you're just these like tiny little moments that are just like that pull at your heartstrings, even though they're just so, I don't know, like you're not always going to notice them.
Yep.
Anyways, so it's just
The art and the mood and atmosphere
Yeah.
in both of the games is impeccable, and
Yeah.
it is something that before Silksong came out, for years after beating the original Hollow Knight, I just would crave something like that
Yeah.
and just couldn't find it.
Oh, I mean, because there's the DLC coming out for Silksong this year. I cannot wait for that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be repeating myself a lot throughout these. That it's just so good.
It's so good.
It's just so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man alive.
Oh
Man
man.
alive.
Okay. Again, Spencer,
Again, I need
you
to-
need to actually play this game.
No, I've heard such good things about it.
Yeah. So Clair Obscure Expedition 33 is.
I've heard it won a few awards.
Yeah, it
Just a
won.
few.
It
Just a
won
few.
pretty much every award
Yeah.
last year, and it's so good.
Well, I think
That's all I've got. Sorry, guys. That's the end of the episode.
No, I think like especially with what we were talking about with Hollow Knight, like it, and with God of War, it
Yeah.
makes you feel,
Yeah.
and it makes you the atmosphere of it, the story of it, the world building of it. Like it introduces you to stories that you could probably get in movie or in TV, but like
Not
there's
the
something
same
different
way.
in
Yeah.
video games, and
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that is so awesome
Yeah.
about video games.
Yeah. Also, the soundtrack to this one
Soundtrack's
is
incredible.
amazing.
I tried to listen to the soundtrack and did not get into it. But that's
That's because your mind isn't at a high
Get
enough
Yeah,
level.
outta
well,
here,
I mean,
Nate.
play
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Play
Yeah.
the game for one thing.
And
It's a bunch of these French words
Whoa,
I don't
whoa.
understand.
I do think though that like while the soundtrack by itself is good, once you can tie it to you're walking around Lumiere City, like, and that soundtrack is playing, or you go to the base
Yeah.
camp and that soundtrack is playing, like it
You
becomes
tie
way
it to
more.
a story
Yeah.
moment
Oh,
that
yeah.
you just makes you feel.
That's fair.
Yeah.
This game made me feel more in the first hour and a half than probably anything else has in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
You
That's crazy.
obviously don't want to get into spoilers with a game that is as
Yeah.
new as Clair Obscur, but like you play through the first hour and it is just heart-wrenching.
Yeah.
And then you play the next 15 minutes and you just get punched in the gut.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it is
It's like this game couldn't
it is
do anything
crazy.
more to me, and then it does.
And then it does in a tragic way.
Yeah.
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 So,
Well, and so I know it's a story heavy game.
Yeah.
What about the gameplay? Is it turn based?
but it's the best turn-based game I've ever played.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
makes it different?
So did you ever play the old like Mario RPGs? Like there's like Mario
Is it
and
like
Luigi Superstar Saga
Ooh.
and Partners in Time. I told you about these a little
You
bit.
did.
But those games are you defend as well.
Oh.
So you'll have to like jump or hit them with your hammer to like parry them. So you
And
don't
it's
get-
Oh, yeah.
often
Okay.
timing based where it's no longer your turn, but you can still act while it's not your turn to minimize the amount of damage that you're about
Yeah.
to take. Stuff like that.
Aren't you famous for always parrying and never
Yeah.
dodging?
Yeah. Yes, Annie would get upset at me because this was one of the games that Annie was actually very invested in as well. So I would play, she would watch, and I would be in tough battles, and I would be getting upset because I would miss parries.
Yeah.
And the parry window is smaller than the dodge window. So Annie would be like, just dodge. It's like, no, I am going to parry.
I will parry.
I will parry. Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, and for anyone watching the video, like these are screenshots from the game. It's a beautiful, beautiful game.
It is.
Yeah.
The themes of the story of grief and of acceptance and bravery they permeate every moment of conversation. There's lighthearted moments. I think it has a really good pacing with the humor too.
Yeah.
Like there are lighthearted moments, and then there are moments that make you want to curl up into a ball and sob.
And the fact that it is a game with multiple endings where you could you make a very, very tough decision where there are RPGs or there are games that I play that like, oh, your decisions change the ending that like I don't really get much weight from.
Yeah.
But like this one was something that we got to the end of, and Annie and I had a legitimate discussion about what we thought we should do because it was
Wow.
so weighty.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that just is something that I haven't really experienced with
I
games
still
before.
think about the ending all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did I make the right choice?
Yeah. I think that we did, and I talk to people all the time who made the opposite choice, and then
Yeah.
we go back and forth. It's like when you can get that kind of discourse out of a game, I think that there's not much else you can say to promote how good it is,
Yeah. Right.
especially story-wise.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Awesome. Well, hey, before we get on to the next one, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back with the next game. Yeah, you still don't know how this works.
I went
It's
on
only
one.
episode 3.
I went on one.
Give him a break.
But you don't understand that the clap
Oh,
is
man.
after we start.
So many rules.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back. Thanks again. We just finished Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
And Spencer will finish it in the next week.
Oh, whoa. No, I'm
You
not.
you have to play this game.
It
in a
would,
week?
No, in a week. No.
Yeah.
it would be fun to
Crazy.
do a review of that, like with both
Yeah.
you and I
Yeah.
having played it, Spencer first time playing it kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Absolutely.
We'll think about that.
That's a good idea.
All right, next one.
Yep.
Oracle of Seasons.
Yep. Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons.
Such a hot take, too, as far as Legend of Zelda games go.
So
But I think, if I may,
Yeah.
it seems this is probably the really nostalgic one.
yeah. I don't think
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
necessarily the best one.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I do love this game. Wind Waker was very close.
Dang.
It was about 50-50 between this and Wind Waker, and I ended up going with this.
Cool.
So Oracle of Seasons is probably the first. I think it's the first Zelda game that I played. It was either this or Link's Awakening, and I just like really enjoyed the different mechanics of this game. So you have this wand of seasons or rod of seasons that you wave and will change from fall, spring, winter, summer. And so
And
different
I'm
things-
sure there are different puzzles and stuff
yeah.
associated
So,
with each.
so you might only be able to pass through an area when it is spring or summer, like when the snow has melted or something. And so you kind of have to go back and forth. And so that was something that I really enjoyed about it. Another thing that stands out to me, so I have this like little Game Boy Color book up there. There was like this choose your own adventure book that I had.
Hmm.
I had another one for Mario World or something. I don't know, but it was just kind of cool. So that's another thing that I think of.
Do you
And
still
then-
have it?
I don't know.
That'd be
I
cool.
probably. I
Have
might
it tucked away somewhere.
I'm sure one of these days my mom will come with a delivery and say,
Oh.
"Hey, here's another box of
Here's
things
all
that you
your
left in our
crap from
house."
the house.
Yeah, yeah, and I'll just go through and I'll find it. So maybe, but I also have on here I was talking about game manuals before, like, and so this wasn't the walkthrough guide, but this was just the game manual. And the art in it, I love the art direction of old games and these pixel games, and you can go through the game manual and you can see what they wanted to
On
do.
a higher fidelity, what they were wanting to do.
what they wanted to do and what they just couldn't do because they were limited by the technology.
Yeah.
This is pixel art. This is what we've got.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Just
cool.
like some really cool stuff. You had that page in particular. There are these
Partners.
animals. What's that?
Partners.
Yeah. These animal partners that you could basically choose one of them, and so it was very cool. There's one that's a kangaroo that you
It's
just
named
like,
Ricky,
Ricky.
which
Ricky.
is such an Australian.
Yeah,
staple.
yeah, and then Dimitri, this like dragon, Moosh, the flying bear. Yeah, just kind of cool,
Yeah.
fun, weird stuff
'Kay.
that games used to do, and that I don't know. I think games don't get as weird sometimes anymore, and I will have a game in here that definitely contradicts that. But no, the mechanics of this, there's Saproja. So I remember on the far right there. So there's this area called Saproja, and then there's this to get further in the game to progress. You have to do this like dance class thing where you have to be exactly in sync with, and if you're not exactly in sync, they kick you out and you have to start over.
Okay.
And so you have to be exactly in sync with these like hooded Saproja dudes. I remember that one taking me forever. But no, there's just so much to this random what they could squeeze into these old games, these old pixel art games. It's just crazy.
Super random thought there, but wasn't it that when man first went to the moon, it would have fit on the same size card that held like Pokemon Red on it or something crazy
Jeez.
like that?
Yeah.
It's so weird to think about.
Yeah. Tech, man.
Yeah.
Tech.
It's
Tech.
crazy. Hot take. Computers are crazy.
Computers are nuts. No, I think I've seen the pictures of the partners, the animals.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not Legend of Zelda. It's some
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
fan art that
Yeah.
are making stuff up.
I've really wanted to play Oracle of Ages, which was the companion game to this. I just haven't
I didn't
gotten
know
around
that
to it
Zelda
yet.
did that.
Yeah, well, for this one. This was the only one that they did
They
that
did
for.
that. Cool.
Yeah, so they did like a red-blue kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this is the only game that they did that for. Now it is a different story.
Oh.
It is a different game. It's not just you find different Pokemon. So it is two different games, which is probably why they
Interesting.
didn't keep doing it.
That they still call that companion though.
Yeah.
Well, I've actually I never played. I think when you and I were chatting the other day, the first Zelda that I played was Four Swords.
Oh, yeah.
Which was Game Boy Advance.
Was it not GameCube?
They had one for the GameCube too.
Did they
Oh,
have-
Yeah, they
okay.
also had one for Game Boy Advance. Yeah,
Okay.
I would love for an Oracle of Seasons remake in the same style as the
Link's Awakening.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Link's
yeah.
Awakening remake
Absolutely.
that they
That'd be
did.
cool. All right, ready for the next?
Carry on. Death
Yes.
Stranding.
Now, are those actual
those aren't
pictures
the-
of
So the top,
Switzerland?
The top,
No, that picture at the bottom is New Zealand.
Yeah. The picture at the bottom is
I was
New
like, I
Zealand.
recognize
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I was
No,
there
because
with you on that.
so it's just like, wait, I've seen that.
I've seen that.
No, I remember sending you a text
Yeah.
when we got back from New Zealand. I was like, Death Stranding or New Zealand?
Yep.
And you were like, Death
That's
Stranding?
crazy.
and then when we were in Switzerland, it was the same thing where it's like these kind of rocky green mountains with rivers. It's like Kojima was on another level with his design and with
Yeah.
how beautiful the art is.
This game is gorgeous.
I can't believe that's actual game. The game though.
Yeah. Those top two that is the game.
That's
That's how the game
crazy.
looks. Also, just a feat of black magic how well this game runs on Steam Deck.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I not to get too nerdy, but the engine that I think Kojima Productions uses is called the Decima engine, and the Decima engine is like incredible with what they're able to do in making these games run and look fantastic on hardware that's not that incredible.
Yeah.
That's the coolest sounding engine I've ever heard of.
Really cool.
Yeah.
We need to do an episode where we just talk about game engine names because some of them are very cool. Like
Yeah.
the Frostbite engine, the Decima engine.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah, what I have written here is this game is a gorgeous, weird, wild walking simulator. It seems to think that the United States looks like Iceland. I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
Kojima has just the weirdest ideas I've ever seen or heard of. I don't understand how he thought of most of this game. It's just what medically induced coma did he wake up out of and just be like, yeah, so there's these ghost things that are all over the world. There's this thing called the Death Stranding. They are called BTs, which is beached things, and everyone has a beach, which is their afterlife. Just like, what are you talking about?
Well, and
dude?
it's not even exactly their afterlife. It's like I guess it is their afterlife, but they can be still tied to it, but not in it. And like, there's just so much weird stuff with it. Did I ever send y'all the video of Norman Reedus talking about Kojima?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh! So he's talking about how Kojima would be so eccentric. During production and talking about what Norman Reedus should be doing. And Norman Reedus is like, so Kojima's talking to me and he's saying that you look down and you're carrying this baby and you start to cry and then you look up and there's a whale. And it's like and that is just how
that is the game.
That is the game, and that is how Kojima is, which is so bizarre. And like someone
when you die,
oh my gosh, there's a whale.
Like go into like the camera goes into Norman Reedus's mouth and like down his presumably esophagus, and then there's a baby that turns around and looks at sucking its thumb, and it looks up at you, and then you come back out of Norman Reedus's mouth. It's so wild.
What in the world?
As someone who tends to think of themselves as not super creative, like it is fascinating seeing things like that and being like, how did they come up with this? Like, what is their thought process to be like, that's it?
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna do.
That'll make us millions.
That'll make us millions.
100%. Yeah, for sure. And it works. I think one of the cool things beyond how beautiful this game is, this game really makes you just kind of like soak in the beauty of it, which I love. The music that would just kind of play as you're walking around. Most of the music is by Low Roar. Who shout out Low Roar. I think they actually like passed away a few years ago.
I was gonna say,
which is really sad. Yeah, because amazing music, so super talented, and just adds so much to the ambiance of this world. And I think one thing that this game does that is kind of hidden in between all the wild, wacky weirdness is the themes of connection with this game. It kind of hits you over the head with it a lot, but I think there's the more subtle things that it's doing. Like when you're playing this game, other characters, like structures will pop up. So you might come to this chasm and someone else put a bridge here, right? And
you're like, thank goodness.
You're like, thank goodness Cookie Monster 1932. Yeah. Like,
shout out Cookie Monster.
Yeah. And it's just, so you come across these structures that make your life so much easier. And apart from wanting to make my own life easier when delivering packages, it made me want to leave the world a better place than I found it.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like a cool little way that they managed to intertwine that into the gameplay as well. Very unique.
And it also, with Death Stranding 2, where one of the taglines of Death Stranding 2 is, should we have connected?
Yeah.
It's really interesting, once again, the mind of Kojima, the state of the world or I guess the state of the world as he was idealizing Death Stranding, and then the state of the world since then, and post-COVID and everything. And I think what he's thinking about humans and society and should we have connected is just a very interesting question to ask. Haven't played Death Stranding 2, really interested in playing Death Stranding 2, and seeing maybe what we can learn and engage from there.
There's so much more to this game that didn't realize.
Yeah.
I thought it was just you walk around kind of
It
thing.
is.
There's like a story.
And
but,
there's
like,
more.
There's so
a
much
lot
more.
more.
The walking and the delivery really is just a vehicle for this bizarre world and story.
Yeah.
But even the delivery is fun. I talked about this in the Forza thing where it does have the just one more delivery type of thing where it's like I could play Death Stranding for a long time because it's like, oh, I'll deliver this really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll deliver
this
the
one's
next
kind
one.
of on the way.
This one's on the way. I'll
Yeah.
do that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me just finish out building out all these zip lines so that next time I don't have to walk to my delivery.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's cool. And I just loved walking around this beautiful world also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you want to experience that world, go to New Zealand.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
It is
or
very New
Iceland.
Zealand.
Or
Yeah.
Iceland. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Again, very different kind of game.
Yes.
We've got Star Wars Battlefront 2, the OG here.
No, I love how
The
your
best
games
one.
span a wide
I know.
swath of types of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I spent so many hours as a kid playing this game.
Dude, can
Just
I ask
weekends
you?
upon weekends upon weekends, eating pizza, drinking Gatorade
You're-
at my friend's house
you're
because
so
he didn't
right.
really drink water.
Can I ask you then?
Yeah.
Did you? Many of the upgrades to your weapons did you get that made it so you permanently get the gun?
Oh, I think most of them, if not all of them.
Did you get the rocket launcher one?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
The grind to get that one was insane.
Oh yeah. That one's really tough because you have to get
hit
like
the-
really specific.
You have to hit
hits.
the critical spot. On
Yeah,
that.
yeah, which is not obvious
No.
on all of them.
I would sit there at the AT-AT on Hoth and
Yeah.
just shoot him in the neck over and over until
Yeah,
I finally got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But
no,
it was a grind.
yeah. I definitely like the battle rifle.
Yeah,
the, like
dude.
3-shot battle
Game
rifle.
changer.
Just like really awesome maps in this game. Polis Massa was one of my favorites.
Ooh,
Yeah,
love that
because
one.
it has those choke points.
it's nice. The choke points.
Yeah.
You get a nice grenade in
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The choke points in that map were just really fun. And yeah, this one is just more than anything, it's just like part of the definition of my childhood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was playing this game. And again, I didn't have a PlayStation. I played this at my friend's place. So yeah, I spent so much time. We still quote this game all the
I was
time.
just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Or
They've got supers.
super battle droids. And you also put the Galactic Conquest.
Yeah,
I was going to
Galactic
say, what
Conquest.
game mode did you mostly play?
I want to say I don't know if I played mostly. It was probably half and half. Like I don't know how many times I played Galactic Conquest. Like I played it over and over and
Yeah.
over again. But yeah, I think it was that, and then just like the split screen multiplayer.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You do the
There's the
hunt mode,
heroes.
hero mode,
hero
assault
mode.
mode.
Hero mode.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was Assault Mode the one that had like you would be Ewoks and Stormtroopers?
That was
or whatever?
hunt, I think.
Oh, Hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, you could be the
Yeah.
Wampas.
Yeah,
and the-
yeah.
And then, because wasn't hero mode only on a couple
Right.
planets? Like Tatooine was
Mhm.
one of them,
Yeah.
and a couple
Tatooine
other
and-
ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember. I don't know why I have this specific memory. We would get together with my cousins, and we would just be on Tatooine playing hero mode for hours on
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
Probably the same pizza and Gatorade
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Absolutely, because you could just set the limit to how much score you need to do to get to win the game.
Yeah.
We'd set it to max, and we
Yeah.
just sit there and play for
Yeah.
a couple
Is
hours.
it- yeah. Or when I'm just like trying to get the sniper upgrade,
Right.
just like sitting there finding a
Yeah.
great sniping nest and just like taking shots.
Dude,
Yeah.
I loved this game. It was infuriating. But if you want to be a sniper and you're trying to shoot the computers,
Yeah.
they had something in the writing of
Yeah,
the game
yeah.
where they turn as soon as you're about to shoot them.
What is
Yeah.
that called? Input detection?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
That's
feels
from
me
Soft is notorious for.
about to shoot them, and they go whoop.
Yep.
And they dodge.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's infuriating.
But- so I don't have as much to say about this game, but it is like just such a also just my love for Star Wars. I considered something like Jedi Fallen Order, but I don't think Jedi Fallen Order had nearly as much of an impact on me as this game.
Yes.
So,
Yeah. No, I think that's totally fair. Next.
Yep.
Fur bag.
Okay.
Wait, so hang on. You
Oh,
have
oh.
Ultimate here.
Okay, that's a
Oh.
mistake. So I did go back and forth. I was trying to decide if I wanted to
Between
do Ultimate
Brawl
or
and
Brawl.
Ultimate, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I meant Brawl, but
Okay.
yeah, because Brawl was the first one that I owned, and I spent a lot of time in it. Subspace Emissary.
Dude,
Yes. Yes.
So underrated.
Yeah, dude, Subspace Emissary was so good. I loved playing through Subspace Emissary, which for anyone who didn't play that, it's Super Smash Bros, but they have these like platforming levels that you go through, and there's a story and
PvE.
Yeah.
And the story cooked.
Yeah.
That cutscene that you have on the screen.
Where you've got Ganondorf and Bowser working together.
Shooting and yeah, dude, Kirby comes out with and chops the thing in half.
Yep.
So cool.
Yeah. No, they brought Solid Snake into this game
Yep.
for Metal Gear Solid. I love using him. I was a Toon Link guy.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was my main.
Yeah,
So
I remember that too.
Yeah.
I hated Toon Link.
Much to the chagrin of many of my opponents.
Yes.
That down
yes.
Yeah.
The down.
Oh my god.
They nerfed it in Ultimate.
did.
I was so mad.
Thank
I'm glad
goodness.
that we both are like that down A. Like,
Yeah.
I was always going against a Kirby main or a Toon Link main.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So my memories of Brawl with you
Yeah.
are from college, obviously.
Mhm.
And we would get together at your apartment, and it would be like you, me, Brad, Andrew, Hunter, Jacob Seeley.
Mhm.
And Brad would just get so mad because Hunter would play Snake.
Yeah.
And Hunter would sit on the edge of the map and would spam projectiles.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Brad would be like, come and actually fight me. Like, he'd get so upset. And then I remember you with Toon Link,
Yeah.
just getting up in the air and just downing everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Smash, and I'm glad that you have it on here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's a defining game for me. The reason I considered Ultimate was because I played Ultimate online a lot.
Okay.
I had to stop after a while because I'd get so mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the worst thing is getting teabagged by someone in Smash. It just feels so out of place. And
This is a kid's game.
Yeah. Children play this game. Yeah. I'm not a child, but still.
I'm not a child.
I have the sensibilities of one sometimes. I'm very
Oh my
sensitive.
gosh.
Yeah. No, great game. I again just had to throw this in there because Smash is such a big part of my gaming life and history and just social interactions with people in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, all growing up, there was Mario Kart, there was Smash Bros. With certain people, there was Battlefront 2. But in all honesty, my cousins, my friends, college, post-college even, it was Smash Bros. Was a
We played it at
constant.
at your birthday party a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
played
yeah.
Smash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there hasn't been a game that has stuck with me throughout more of my life than Smash.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember another thing that I remember was before the game came out, as they were slowly revealing characters that were coming to the game, just watching. I would visit the website to see if they had updated it,
Yeah.
to see if there were new characters that they said were coming out, and that was how I was
So exciting.
I was
Yeah.
checking it.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a Melee guy.
Yeah.
But, Brawl was close.
Yeah. I played a ton of Melee too, but Brawl was definitely because it was the one that I owned.
Yeah.
It was definitely it was a big one. for
It
me.
gets hated on because of Meta Knight and some of
Yeah,
those guys.
and it's on the Wii.
And it's on the Wii.
They added tripping too if you go
Oh,
too fast
yeah.
and stumble. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It's still fun.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay. This is the last one,
Yes.
and this is the one that was definitely coming. Is Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
And it's also the one that I can ironically kind of talk the least about.
Wow.
Well,
What?
not
No, that makes sense.
I could talk
Oh,
about it.
for spoiler.
Yeah. I
reasons.
can't. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
Right.
Okay.
I first saw Outer Wilds. I remember at my internship talking to a couple of coworkers, and we were going through the Steam summer sale that was happening, and we were sending memes back and forth to each other about the Steam summer sale. And I remember just kind of going through and seeing this game come up. I don't remember if it was in early access. I don't remember I think it hadn't come out yet, actually. I don't think it went into early access. But I remember seeing the trailers for this and thinking, this looks like such a vibe. This game is the vibes of this game that they were going for were camping in space. And it's so cool. You
Cozy space exploration.
yeah, cozy space exploration, and you have this ship that you can get in, and it's this kind of if you've played Super Mario Galaxy, those kind of planets, these small
Mhm.
like pocket-sized planets, essentially.
Gravity-based still.
Yeah, yeah, and you can land on them, and you walk around them, and it's puzzle-based, and it's what is now referred to as a Metroidvania. So your progression in the game is completely determined by, can you solve the puzzles? And once you solve the puzzles, you know what to do. So once you have beaten the game and you know how to beat the game, you can do it in 20 minutes. And that is I think the speed run for this game is actually like
less than that, I think.
I think it's like 7 minutes or something, which is
like
crazy.
that,
Wow.
Yeah. But going through and exploring this galaxy, and there's this ancient civilization there that you kind of, from the very beginning, know is there, and you kind of go out and you're trying to learn what happened to them, and you're trying to learn what might be happening currently in the galaxy around you, and you go and see some of the other travelers that had left from your planet and talk to them and find out what they know. The mystery around this, and then ultimately how the game ends. I have never had a game impact my worldview more. I had a minor existential crisis.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more than minor
I remember
from this game.
you talking about it.
But it's just, I think, yeah, it made me think.
Yeah.
It made me think so much. And the way that the story is told here is in bits and pieces of, you are an archaeologist. Like, that is essentially what you're doing. And you're putting together the bits and pieces of what has happened before. And as you learn things, then you start to learn about the impact on what that means for you and the people on your planet and everything. And you need to finish this game so that we can just have an episode where we spoil it. But
you're right. Whoa, on here? Spoil it to the masses?
I mean, we tell people that it's a spoiler. We're not going to just be like, yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that. You can do that. I don't think that's illegal.
Not illegal.
Just don't put spoilers in the title.
Let me check really quick.
Yeah.
Not illegal.
Okay, cool. We're good. This is my favorite game ever.
Yeah.
It is an absolute gem. It's the gameplay loop is unique. The art style is unique. It's not just a standard like Unreal Engine 5 kind of look. They did something here. The story is unique. The music, shout out to Andrew Prolo, is amazing and just fits the vibes so perfectly. And yeah, I can't give credit. I can't give enough credit. I think also you haven't played the DLC.
I have not.
But how beautifully the DLC intertwines with the themes of the base game, where the base game is about courage and discovery and bravery and facing things that are much bigger than you. And the DLC looks kind of at the other side of that, like the fear. The themes of it are sort of like the fear in the face of things that are bigger than you and what that can do to you. And man, I love it.
You didn't mention this when I started playing this. It's kind of scary sometimes.
Oh yeah,
it got me a couple times.
Yeah,
And,
I mean,
just need people to know that.
there's a couple of jump scares. I mean, not like the DLC is more scary a little bit, which is not my thing. I'm not a scary. I do not do horror.
I know.
movies.
That's why I went into it with full confidence.
I
gonna
led
be
you
scared.
astray.
I'm not gonna be scared.
Yeah, no, and that's fair. But no, it's I would talk so much more about this game, but I don't want to spoil it. So that's gonna have to wait for another time. But the point is, like, this is like really, if you play this game, we could talk about it forever, and I think you would know a lot more about.
You and I have talked about it
for
a long time.
Yeah, for sure.
Does it get the credit it deserves in the world? Like, no.
Among people who have played it,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
Among
The niche, yes.
Yeah.
The general audience, no.
among everyone else, no.
That's a shame.
And people, like, I think a lot of people in games know someone who has played Outer Wilds and will tell them, like, you need to play Outer Wilds, and people are like, oh, it's not very good. Spencer.
They don't give you a gun in this game.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What do I do?
They give you a probe that you can launch. Thank
That
you
you can
very
shoot.
much.
I
Yeah.
would just sit there and shoot the probe, and then I got bored.
Yeah. So,
No, just kidding. I'll play it.
the different planets that they have also just like they have a different they all have kind of like a different gimmick and a different style, and so
Yeah.
it's cool. It's really cool.
It is a fantastic game.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the last slide.
Awesome. So
You should go back to the overview just so we can see all 10 again.
yeah. Final thoughts. This has been an awesome episode. I got to tell you, Colin, I have loved your insights. I think it's cool how intellectually you can speak about games.
I feel like I just sat here and said it's really cool.
No,
over, but
no, much better than that. I'm expecting Spencer's to be much less intelligent.
Shut up.
shooty
Mine are
shooty
gonna
bang
be-
bang.
If it's not a baller gun game, I'm not interested.
Mine are going to be so deep and awesome. You guys are going to be, you're going to be surprised, Nate.
Yeah.
Hey, please surprise me.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't
wait. I will.
Any final thoughts?
No, I like a couple of my bubble games real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Were Celeste was one.
Yeah.
Which is just like a very cool, like vibey, pixel art platformer game. So difficult. But that's a really cool game. And Ghost of Tsushima was another one.
Nice.
I have like 30 more, but Ghost of Tsushima, I think just the story touched me a lot, and the gameplay is fun being a samurai in like old Japan, really cool. But yeah.
Helldivers wasn't on there.
I'm surprised. about
Helldivers
that.
was also a bubble game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have 30 more. But
That's for another episode.
after
Yeah,
250
another
hours of Helldivers, it's bound to at least be close.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Right.
Well, hey, thank you so much for doing this. Like I said, very impressed the way you were able to talk about the games. Spencer, not impressed with your questions. But no, thank you all for hanging out with us. We plan on doing 2 more of these for Spencer and myself, and we even have some friends that we would love to get their opinions and 10 games to get to know them, because I think the format's fun.
Yeah, looking
Yeah, I
forward to
think
hearing from you guys.
Hearing, obviously there will be some overlap, but new games for everybody is always interesting to hear the impact that they've had. So,
Yeah.
once again, thank you. Appreciate you sticking around with us, and have a good day. We'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.